I didn't realize that this was going to be turning into a whole weekend reset. You walk in, your house is like a Fruit Loop factory. This shows how much this reset was really needed. I feel like if I have a messy house, the rest of my life is messy too. And I don't know, in my brain, cowboy summer, it just makes sense. So I totally forgot those sheets in the washer last night. I drew a little lighthouse with some waves. She needs all of the attention all the time. Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kyra if you're new here, and in today's video we're going to be doing a mid-year / life reset / get back on track kind of video. Basically, I am in need of a reset. We're gonna get our space back in order. We're gonna do some decluttering and organizing. We're gonna review and reflect on some of the goals that I set at the beginning of the year. We're gonna set some new goals, and we're just gonna get ourselves back into a routine for the rest of 2024. I also wanna update my bullet journal for July, and I thought it would be super fun to talk about some of my monthly favorites from June, like the books I read, my top songs of the month, some TV shows I've been enjoying, and some foods that I've loved. So if you're needing some inspiration to get back into a routine, change some things, or just do a little life reset yourself, hang out with me today and let's get ourselves back on track for the rest of 2024 together. So the first thing that I want to do is kind of reflect on the goals that I set earlier this year and for the month of June and see my progress towards those. Normally, whenever I make goals, I set short and long term. So the shorter term are over a week or over the month, and then my longer term goals are several months or cover the whole year. So let's look at some of our goals and kind of see the progress towards them. So some of my goals that I set at the beginning of 2024 was to get into journaling, which I definitely have done that. I've kind of fallen off a little bit these last few months, but from January until May, I was very consistent with journaling and just kind of like scrapbooking. I'd say scrapbook / journaling. So I'd add in pictures and I'd add in just different things that we did. Just something to where I can remember the things that happened this year, because I really like to look back and see the things that we did. So we did do some more journaling, so that's good. Another thing that I wanted to learn how to do was crochet, which I am kind of learning. I'm in the process, still in the beginning stages, but definitely making some progress towards it. Another thing that I really wanted to prioritize this year was dedicating time weekly, even daily if I could do it, towards hobbies. And I think that's very important because it's so easy to get burnt out and to just feel overwhelmed and stressed, especially if you have a lot going on. And I know it's hard to find time to actually sit down and do them, but I really do think it's important. And I myself have not been very good at doing hobbies recently. In the beginning of the year, I was really good at taking some time just to relax and to work on some things that I enjoy, but there's been a lot more going on, but I definitely want to get back into that routine of prioritizing time for some cozy hobbies. So I want to set some goals moving forward, and I would also like to make a list of things that I would like to really focus on for the rest of the year. So at the beginning of this year, I chose a word that I really wanted to focus my whole year around and kind of set the theme and the tone for 2024. So this year I chose the word gratitude, and it says, a conscious, positive emotion one can express when feeling thankful for something tangible or intangible. And I want to show you guys this little spread in my bullet journal from the beginning of the year. So that's what it looks like. I put that spread right in the very beginning of my journal. That way when I open it up, I can see, okay, time to show some gratitude for the things that I have, because I think it's really easy to get into a habit and just go through daily life and not necessarily think about all the things that we have. So I think that's a good thing to continue for the rest of 2024. And I'm personally going to be trying to practice that. So I did write some new goals moving forward in July and for the rest of the year. And so I have them split into life goals and YouTube / small business goals. So for my life goals, I want to find a good work-life balance between working my full-time job, and that's from 8 to 6, 4 days a week, and then also coming home and working on YouTube things and working on my Etsy and things for my small business. I kind of have lost that work-life balance. So I definitely want to get back into a routine of just prioritizing time for rest and kind of like I said with my cozy hobbies, doing some things that I enjoy to where I don't get burnt out. This month, I would also like to prioritize exercising at least 4 to 5 days a week, whether that's walking, going to the gym, doing a YouTube video workout, just something to keep me moving. And thankfully in the summer, that's a little bit easier to do since it's so nice outside. Another goal is to continue to grow my faith. I want to try to read my Bible daily and just prioritize growing my relationship with Jesus. And then my goals for YouTube are to continue posting one long video each week, whether that's on Friday or Saturday. I need to kind of figure out which schedule's a little bit better. So once I figure out which day I like better, then I'm gonna consistently stick to that. I would like to post 1 to 3 shorts a week, which I've been doing pretty well with that. So we'll write that goal for the rest of the year. I would also, by the end of 2024, like to hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm so blown away by how I already have 550 of you guys. Like, that's crazy. And I'm so thankful for each one of you. So by the end of this year, I would love to hit 1,000 subscribers. And for my Etsy, I'd like to add some more items to my shop and potentially get 25 sales by the end of the year. So we'll see if we can do that. But those are my goals for the rest of the year and some things that I really would like to focus on. So let's work on getting our space back in order. I feel like if I have a messy house, the rest of my life is messy too. We also have some company coming tomorrow, so even more motivation to get our space back in order. So today I would like to strip the bed and wash the sheets. I want to get all of the laundry caught up because we have a huge mountain of laundry in our bedroom. So let's catch up on that. I would like to pick up around the house and just put things back where they go. I want to spray down all of the surfaces like the counters and the furniture and get that cleaned off. I would like to sweep and mop the floors. So I think that's a pretty big checklist that we're gonna have to get through. So let's go ahead and just get right into cleaning. These countertops are so dirty. She literally has to be in everything. You guys, look at this giant dirt pile. I knew I needed to sweep, but this is awful. This shows how much this reset was really needed. So in our house, we have like a million wax melters and I'm about to replace one but this is my favorite scent. The Marshmallow Crispies, it smells like Fruit Loops. It is so good. You walk in, your house is like a Fruit Loop factory. So if you have a wax melter, get this scent, try it out, and let me know what you think because I love it. Are you sleeping? She's just living it up here on the couch. Spoiled Kenny. So let's go ahead and dive into my June favorites. Like I was saying, I have a section in my bullet journal each month where I talk about my favorite books, foods, my favorite Bible verse, the shows that I'm watching, and my top songs for that month. So let's go ahead and start off with the books. So June was not a good month for reading. I read 0 books. So we were really busy this month and I didn't really prioritize reading as much as I would have liked. So I didn't get to read a whole book, but I did start one. So this was the book that I was reading in June. It's The Bake Shop by Amy Clipston. I know you're probably like, is that an Amish book? And yes, it is an Amish book. And I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, but I really like them. I think that they're so wholesome and they're really easy to read. They're kind of slower paced. Nothing crazy is going on in it. So it's just a really nice book if you're wanting something kind of chill for the month. I still have about 70 pages left to go, but I'll be able to finish that in this month. That was one I was reading. I do have 2 books on my TBR for the month of July. And the first one I would like to read is Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. And this one I think is the perfect summery read. It's set in the summertime and I really like reading books that match whatever season I'm currently in. So I think that this will be like the perfect summery kind of vibe. So at the end of this month, we're actually going to the beach. So hopefully I'll be able to get through this or maybe finish it while we're there. And I think that'll give me some more time to read this month. So I have this one, and then I also added Flawless by Elsie Silver. I've been seeing this all over TikTok and it's really popular right now. And it's a whole series. So this is the first book in the series, but it's kind of like a cowboy romance. And I don't know, in my brain, cowboy, summer, it just makes sense in my head. So I have this on there. If we can get through these 2, that would be perfect, but if not, it's okay. I'd like to at least get through this. So we'll see what July holds, but that's the goals for now. Let's go ahead and talk about some of my top songs for the month. So I really like the indie kind of songs. First 2 on my list are definitely that kind of vibe. It's Suit and Jacket by Judah and the Lion. And then I also have Mountain Sound by Of Monsters and Men. If you've not listened to either of those, go listen to them. Just go listen to them right now and then come back and tell me what you think. I also have Stargazing by Miles Smith, Home by Good Neighbors, and Following the Sun by Nika, I think is how you say it. That's definitely a summery kind of song. But those were my top songs for the month of June. I'm always open to listen to new music. I don't really have a specific genre that I listen to all the time, so leave me a comment down below what your favorite song is right now, and I'll be sure to check it out. So now we'll talk about my favorite foods of the month of June. The first one on here is microwave s'mores. And I just think they're convenient because not everybody has time to go build a bonfire and roast a s'more. I know I don't. So microwave s'mores make it so you can have it every night, and I've literally made them every single night. They're not as good as like the roasted s'mores, but they'll do, and they still give me that taste of summer. So that's one thing I've been enjoying recently. I've also really been loving buffalo mac and cheese. So I found the recipe on Pinterest and it is so good. We've made it a few times for dinner now. If you've not tried that, I'll put the link down in the description box. But if you like spice, it's not really spicy actually. To some people it might be. You can go read the ingredients and see what you think. But that was very good and we enjoyed that last month. The next thing I have on my list is the Cravings box at Taco Bell. And if you haven't already figured it out, you definitely will. Between me and my husband, we probably keep Taco Bell in business. They're like our favorite fast food place. That was on my favorites also. Now we'll move into my favorite TV shows slash movies slash the things that I'm watching. So I'm not much of a movie person or TV show person. I watch them here and there, but I definitely watch more YouTube videos than anything else. So recently I've really been into watching small business studio vlogs, and some of my favorite people to watch for those are Blush Designs Co. She's been really fun to have on in the background while I'm working on my stuff, and I enjoy watching her channel. And then Fructus, Illustrations, I think that's how you say it, but she's also an artsy small business, and she draws and makes prints and coloring books, and she's really fun to watch too. So those are my top 2 small business YouTubers that I've been watching. I also watch a lot of Cozy K and Mariah Elizabeth, and I've watched them forever, so they're always on my list. And then my favorite Bible verse for the month of June was Romans 8:28, and it says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." So that was my favorite verse of the month. If you're not doing favorites, I think you definitely should. I like looking back and having a recap of my month and just the different things I enjoyed. And I think it's a nice way to be able to remember things in the future. So you should definitely start writing down your monthly favorites. Good morning, friends, and happy reset day 2. I didn't realize that this would be turning into a whole weekend reset. I thought I'd be able to get most of the stuff done yesterday, but that was not the case. That's okay. So we're gonna continue getting stuff done today. I just woke up and got ready, and I figured I'd sit here and tell you guys the plan for today. Last night I totally forgot the sheets in the washer, so thankfully we had a spare, and they're actually little peaches, and I think that works better for summer anyway. So we switched to peaches on our sheets. I want to make the bed this morning. We'll probably make a little coffee, and then we'll sit down and work on my bullet journal since I didn't get to that yesterday. So now I'm gonna get into working on my bullet journal. Like I've said earlier in this video, June was a really busy month for me, and I actually didn't even get to finish my bullet journal spreads in this. I'll show you guys a closer look at it, but I normally draw everything out, and I was just behind at setting it up, and then I wasn't very consistent with writing in it either. It was just crazy month. So what I think I might do, because the rest of the summer is also crazy coming up, but what I think I'm gonna do is I actually have a backup planner here, and it's not dated, so I can just fill in the dates here, and then it has like weekly goals, to-do list, a habit tracker, so everything that I have in my bullet journal. But I don't know. This is actually the first year that I've ever been super consistent with the bullet journal. Like, this is all 6 months of the first half of 2024, and I've never done that. Normally I'll do like 1 week in January and then that's it. So I do definitely want to continue doing this, but I just think with things being so busy at the time, I might switch over into a traditional planner. But what I am going to do is I'm still going to make like a little favorites page at the end, because I still have a few pages left in this one. So I'm gonna do a favorites page, I'm still gonna do my goals page, and my highlights page. So I'll still have some of my favorite pages, I just won't do like the weekly spreads. I'll save the weekly spreads for this. So that's my plan, that's what we're gonna work on next. So let's go ahead and get into it. You can definitely see in the video where I was inconsistent with May versus June. May, I had everything filled out, and that's how all the other months were too. Like, I had everything else filled out completely. And once we hit June, I didn't even get to finish my spread or finish coloring in some spots. So, you know, it is what it is. Not having to worry about drawing that out and just doing these, like filling it in. I think that's gonna be a lot easier on me and help me to plan things a little bit better. So we'll see how this month goes. We'll try all this out and then go from there. Maybe for next month's reset, I'll be going back into doing this, or I'll have enough time to kind of start early on it, because I definitely want to continue doing this. But for now, let's do this. So in honor of us going to the beach this month, I want to do a beachy themed / shell ocean / lighthouse kind of theme for my cover page for July. And I'm really excited because we're going to the Outer Banks this year, and we're gonna try to go to the island that has the wild horses, and we're gonna tour some lighthouses. So we're definitely gonna be doing like an ocean-y type of theme for July. Luna, why are you laying directly on top of where I need to work? Loon, what are you doing? Are you a spoiled girl? You're a spoiled girl. Oh my goodness. She needs all of the attention all the time. I just finished my bullet journal spread and my weekly planner spread, and I wanted to show you guys those real quick. Like I said, I was going for a beachy kind of theme for this month. So I drew a little lighthouse with some waves that have some birds and the sun. And then I just put a Bible verse as my theme for this month. It says, "In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." Proverbs 16:9. So that's how the cover page turned out for the month. And then I have my July favorites and then my July highlights, and that's how those turned out. And then finally I have my July goals and my July mood tracker. So I thought it was cute because I found this seashell idea on Pinterest and I thought that was adorable. So like for each shade of blue, it's if you're happy just indifferent, I guess, or sad. And I think it'll be like a cool gradient look depending on how my mood varies, but I liked that idea for July. I did just want to update some of my goals because I don't think I set a few of these that I put in my bullet journal. I did want to go over my YouTube and Etsy goals for the month of July. So I have as a goal, hopefully by the end of this month, we can hit 800 subscribers. That would be amazing if we could do that. Currently at the time I'm filming this, I think we're at 613. So that would be awesome if we could do it, and we'll see what happens. My other goals for YouTube are to post one long video per week. And I think I'm going to change my posting day to Saturdays because I don't know, it's a little bit easier on me and it seems like they do a little bit better. So we'll kind of stick with Saturdays for now, but that could change in the future. But I'm feeling like Saturday is a good day. And then I have to post 2 shorts per week, and I post those on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then I want to add all of my keychains to Etsy. I still have a lot that I didn't list yet, so that's a big thing that I would like to do this month. I've already discussed my TBR goals, so I want to read 2 books this month. I would like to dedicate some more time to learning crochet. I want to have a pool day because we haven't even had a pool day and it's already July, so we're definitely gonna have a pool day at some point this month. And then the other goals I kind of talked with you guys about earlier. So that's my bullet journal spread, and now I'll show you guys my planner spread. It has the weekly goals, the to-do list, habit tracker, and then the days of the week on the side. So I just have that all filled in. I have some of my goals and my to-dos put in there, so much easier to keep up with. So we'll see how that goes this month. And like I said, that might be changing next month, but we'll figure that out once we get there. If you guys stuck till the end, thank you so much. And I hope that you found some inspiration to do a little life reset yourself. So I definitely feel a lot better now that we have our space in order. We have our goals planned for the month of July. We looked at our goals from the beginning of the year, and now we have a clear picture of what we want the rest of 2024 to look like. So as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave me a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe for some more cozy resets, small business vlogs, and cozy hobby videos. I hope that you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys next Saturday for a new video. Bye.